Good morning, everybody, and a happy Wednesday morning. I hope everybody's week is going well. There are 3 videos today. There is no royal family video due to content, okay? So 3 videos, and this one is going to be an update to the Colombia tour video. So let's just jump in and cover it, shall we? Let's go. Let's go back and let me remind you that right after the tour to Colombia, which took place in August, it was reported that security costs for Harry and Meghan were elaborate and wasteful. There was over 3,000 police and soldiers. There were helicopters, bomb disposal units, sniffer dogs, armored police vehicles, and the use of bulletproof briefcases, which are special shields to protect people from, shooters. You see it above, in the picture above, the guy walking behind Harry and Meghan. They were in the country at the invitation of the vice president, and they're saying that the shield was used to keep her safe since she was the target of several assassination attempts, and she invited them to come visit after she saw them on Netflix. We remember that Harry and Meghan went to Colombia, even though there were multiple travel advisories that warned people to avoid certain parts of the country, like Bogota, which is the capital, which is where Harry and Meghan were. They have a mix of drugs, violence. It's considered extremely dangerous. So Harry and Meghan can benefit from Colombia's elaborate security. While this was going on, the country is struggling with massive socioeconomic issues. Since many people in Colombia live well below the poverty line, the security chief of Cali Council, which is where Harry and Meghan ended their tour, went online and said that billions that could have been used to expand coverage of soup kitchens and pay salaries, etc., was basically blown on Harry and Meghan. And he accused the vice president of wasting the public's money on photo opportunities with, and he said this, rich white people. One could say that the vice president saw this as an opportunity to elevate Colombia in the media, but she didn't consider the funds that were spent. So the security costs, when they came out, provoked outrage among a lot of the Colombians who felt the funds should have been used more, wisely. Remember, Harry and Meghan do not travel with the British government support. And so if this were an official royal visit, the taxpayer-funded sovereign grant would have covered the travel costs. And it is being reported that the reason Harry and Meghan jumped at this chance to visit this country was because they knew they'd be fussed and fawned over, and they referred to Meghan as Princess Meghan. Remember that when it came out that this trip cost £1.5 million, Colombia immediately came out with the following statement. First of all, they said Harry and Meghan financed their trip and that of their team with their own resources. So in other words, they borrowed somebody's private jet and got a free flight in and out. But yet they denied reports in local media that it cost £1.5 million. Instead, they said there was some co-financing from international agencies. The problem is they refuse to give out any more information. They just say that the Colombian government didn't cover some of it, and then some parts would have received state funding. So here we are now in September, and the figures have drastically changed. They're saying now that Harry and Meghan's trip to Colombia cost that country £6,500 a day, and they were there for 4 days. So instead of £1.5 million, now they're saying that their visit cost them £45,000 in total. However, people are still not happy with that because the country is struggling with several problems, including a healthcare crisis. Now, who else might have helped with the security? Well, Harry and Meghan did make a stop into Invictus to meet the Colombian athletes. So there's some discussion that maybe Invictus kicked in some funds to help cover the trip. You had these very staged photos. This was nothing but just another photo opportunity. But remember, in Germany, where it came out that when they had Invictus in Germany, 23% of donations that should have gone to veterans instead went to Harry and Meghan. Their hotel, their security, their food, her clothing. So I have absolutely no doubt that Invictus kicked in some of the donations that were supposed to go to the veterans to help with the security costs while Harry and Meghan were in Colombia, since they made a stop to Invictus. Obviously, there is a big difference between 1.5 million pounds and like 45 to 48,000 pounds. But still, when you're talking about a country that is as poor as Colombians are and the way these people live, really, Harry and Meghan, who themselves have recently earned 60 million cash, should have footed the bill for everything out of their own dime. Just as a reminder, when Harry and Meghan went to Nigeria, it was confirmed that the government of Nigeria picked up all their costs, not just security, but the five-star hotel where they had the entire top floor, their transportation, the whole thing. It was all paid for by Nigeria. And just like in Colombia, they have a lot of people that live in poverty. Over 87 million people in Nigeria are living in poverty. So people aren't quite sure what all of this is. I mean, we know they're fake royal tours, but none of the places they're going to are part of the Commonwealth. And that's because while they have tried to get into the Commonwealth, it appears that none of the countries want to touch Harry and Meghan. There are several reasons for that. One of the ones being that Harry and Meghan did call the Commonwealth racist back when they were president and vice president of the Commonwealth. And of course, it's been reported that Charles doesn't want Harry and Meghan visiting any of the Commonwealth countries. Let's not forget that Harry and Meghan called the Commonwealth Empire 2.0 when the truth is, it is an association of 56 countries and it's completely voluntary. It advocates for smaller and vulnerable states. It helps to strengthen their climate and financial resilience. It provides a forum for deliberation and problem solving. It helps with their political problems and their social problems and also trade. If people don't like it, they can leave. I might also add that the Commonwealth was the Queen's life work and Harry and Meghan tried to destroy it. So the next question is, what will be the next country and who's going to pay for the security? You guys know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for all notifications, leave your comments, and then go down into the description box and find the link for video number 2. You're not going to want to miss it. Remember, no royal family video today. Let's go.